OMG. What's up, y'all? It's Professor X, your Friday, the Ability 411 host. I have to apologize. I had made a blog earlier. And I got on here and I got on my Mac just to find out that it had no audio. I spent 20 minutes on my laptop putting together this nice little blog about stigma, and it had no audio. So I had to get on my Mac. I don't like the angle of where I am on my Mac because my background is a little bit messy. And you'll be like one stigma is. So people in wheelchair don't clean their room, right? Like, well, pretty much. So I had to do this little outline thing you see around me just to get rid of my background, so I can be in front of you, so you can see me on cam. So stigma thing today that I'm going to talk about basically is what we can and cannot do. What people with spinal cord injury can and cannot do. I think a lot of stigmas that I can counter is, can people in wheelchairs still, I guess, work computers? I work computers. Let me tell you my injury first. I'm like a C6 on my left side and like a C4 on my right because I got shot in my neck higher and the bullet went down. Weird. But let me tell you, if I had to be paralyzed because of the gunshot, I would have liked that to have happened. Sounds weird, but to have been complete, I guess C4, C5, whatever this side is, it would have been more difficult, and I think I wouldn't be doing a lot more things that I think I'm doing now. But then again, I wouldn't know because when people get paralyzed, they never know what they can do. So most of the time, when you always see me out, you always see me grabbing this side of the wheelchair because this awkward balance of level makes me like I'm always leaning to the side because all the strength is over here. So everything come here. So I got to put my arm over here. I got like a nice bicep right here, like so strong bicep. Nice little bicep right there. So I have to hold on this way to keep myself, balanced. So I just wanted to get that out so people can understand, because people sometimes understand, like, why do you always grab the wheelchair on that side? Because of my off-limit balance. Is that a stigma? I don't know. But I just wanted you to understand it. So basically, getting back to stigmas. Stigmas is about the things you can do. Like, yes, I don't use voice activated software, because that's something people think when you paralyzed and you can't use your hands. They always say, so use voice activated software to do everything? I'm like, no. In fact, I don't even like voice activated software. To me, it's more of an obstacle for me. I don't know why, but I know people that use it and they get down on it. But I feel like it's more of an obstacle for me than just trying to type. I can type something, conversation, and I type with one finger. This finger right here, this one. I type with that one. I'm sorry, I'm crazy today. But I type one finger, bow, 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 bow. Sometimes I got a backspace, so I can write almost a whole 3-page blog in my bed. I do a lot of my typing in bed because I'm more comfortable. But I type sitting up too. And I use a trackball mouse. I don't use a regular mouse because I've learned, I guess back in like 96, 97, that a trackball mouse is for me. And it has 4 clicks. So one's assigned to a right click, one's assigned to a double click, and one's assigned to a hold down click and click. So I can do pretty much what a person would have to do, with one hand and doing the clicks and whatnot with their fingers. So I have the clicks like boom, that'll hold down, that'll drag the page, boom, that'll double click, boom, that'll right click, that'll open up the page and open up things like save as type stuff. So pretty much that's a stigma for me, is can you still use a computer? Can you still type? You know, even though you paralyzed, can you still do that? Like, yeah, I can still do those things. In fact, I do editing. I love to edit. I love editing. And if anybody, you know, needs an editor, just call your boy Professor X and you hook it up. Like, well, how you edit X? Yo, X gets busy on the editing, y'all. You know, you got to give somebody in a wheelchair a chance. I can be Spike Lee. I can be Hype Williams. I can still do the do. You know, hookers, we can still do things. We can produce. We can edit, we can do songs, we can act, we can model, bodybuilders, athletes, drive, whatever. People in wheelchairs can still live their life. And what has been the biggest stigma that we've all talked about during the week? Sex. Can you still have sex, Professor X? Well, I won't say that I can't. I've had. And I will plan on doing it again, coming soon, to a theater near you. Now, but seriously, you know, life goes on. You know, it's different for us. It's different for people in wheelchairs and how we do things. But it's still a possibility. So when people have stigmas and they have, like, questions, they don't know how can it still be done. So they act this way, or they not sure, because you know, when you walking, okay, I can say that because I live both worlds. You know, a lot of us on wheelchair live both worlds, so we pretty much can understand why some of the questions may be, I don't know, ignorant. Because I know before I got paralyzed, I've never thought about how I would do this thing, how I would do that if I couldn't. Nobody who's not in a wheelchair. And that's why I tend to understand a lot of the ignorance or a lot of the stupidity, because they're not living that lifestyle, our lifestyle. They're not living that world, so they don't know. So when they feel a certain way, they ask a certain thing, I tend to have a lot of patience and, you know, understand, like, you're not living it, so you can't understand. So you're going to say things that don't make sense to us. But, you know, it's life. Life goes on. There's possibilities. Although, you know, we're paralyzed, we still can do things, but we do things different. And whatever you can do walking, we can figure it out and find out how to do it from the wheelchair or in a different way. You know, some things we need assistance with and some things we don't. I mean, technology has made a lot of stuff today very easy to still do. Like, you know, like I talked about my computer. A lot of that may not had existed, you know, when I first got injured. But a lot of things are adaptations, like even with driving, you know, with technology, with computers, you know, with the way they do things, with wheelchairs, with joysticks. You know, a lot of things are still possible. And this goes out to others like ourselves. Don't be afraid. Don't think like life is over when something happens to you. There's ways around it. You just got to go out and find the information. You need any help? That's what Abilities 411 is here about. The ladies are wonderful. They can really help you out. Professor X will help you out too. I'm just, you know, I just sometimes I act a little crazy, I just want to have a little fun. But I can hook you up with some information too if you need something to get done, you know. I'm just rambling. I'm just talking. I'm just trying to make up for the 10 minutes of the YouTube channel gives you, you know. I think it's 15 minutes now. I'm not sure. Is it 10 minutes? 15 minutes? Anyway, that's what Professor X Friday is all about. You know, we want to just let people know that life goes on, and we want to talk about the different things we go through. I'm about to eat something in a few minutes. I have my wonderful time, my under 10 minutes here on YouTube. The Abilities 411. We're here for you. You here for us. We're here for each other. Hit us up. Email us. Check out the info. Contact. Leave comments. Do whatever. And definitely subscribe. And we'll see you again. All of us. Everyone, we love you. Mwah. Did I have to do that? No. See you later.